Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the World Away. Today, for the very last time, we're going to be doing pack 12 of the Agora Models release, Build the Spy Who Loved Me, Lotus Esprit. What a sad day. It means after today, I won't be building any more Bond cars until the new ones come out. And you know, they're going to be announced soon. I can't wait to get that announcement. Now, as you can see, this is what it's looking like at the moment. It is available for Agora models, and you can get that for yourself by heading to the video description there. And also there's that QR code on the screen. Now, before I jump into it, I've got a merch on the map. Now today's merch on the map comes from our very own William Hoare, Will's workshop himself. And now Will is based down in Plymouth. And as you can see here, I don't know, that must be between 300 and 400 miles, I'm guessing. It's quite close. I think it's the closest we've had so far. He's wearing an In My Defence t-shirt. And just so you know, the new range of t-shirts now has the In My Defence at the front and the logo on the back, just so you know. But thank you for submitting that, Will. You now have the record for the closest to Corby. So thank you, Will. That is really appreciated. I love your workshop. That looks absolutely brilliant. Now, one thing to mention, that before I start this today, I am going to be batching a load of the parts together. And I believe it's 93 to 97. I'm going to be batching them all together. The reason for that is because we're putting on what we created in the last pack, and we're creating more of these, and it's a lot of doing the same thing. I think it's good if we just bulk these all together. So without further ado, and for the last time for this build, let's get cracking. So as you can see, stage 93, big old box. Let's get this open. Now it's quite heavy as well, which means we have got some metal here. Now I'm not too worried about this getting scratched. I'm not going to actually put a cloth down on this one because it's on the base of the car. You're not going to see it. So I have got some DS01 screws here though. Let's get them open. So going to take this base then, what we created last time. This is just going to go over the lugs just here. So put that over, use these silver screws, 2 of these, to screw that into place. Once again, I am going into metal. So bit of oil, and make that nice and tight. Put that to one side, and in stage 94, pretty much how we ended the last pack, we're going to be making another hydroplane fin. And once again, I'm just going to be putting these together. Now, they'll only go in one way because it's actually going to stop itself going too far because of this notch. If you try and put it in the other way, look, it won't fit, you see? So it does help you to know what way to align that. Once I've got that in, I'm going to use one of these PS23 flange screws and screw this in from this side here. Perfect. And then once again, bringing over what we've created, this time we're going to be doing the other side. This is going to go on here. Once again, held in with those DS01 screws. And then put that to one side. Bring over stage 95. Exactly the same thing we just did. So one of the flange screws from the last pack, put this into place and then screw that in. And then we can just leave that to one side. You can see now why I'm bundling all these together. Then stage 96, another big box again, which means we've got another bit of the under tray. And I've got these DS01 screws, quite a few of them this time, because I'm going to piece both of these together. So if you probably look on the top camera there, this one's going to go here, and this one is going on top just there. That's held in with those silver DS01 screws, and it's 2 each side. And again, we want these in nice and tight. Now this is really going to add some weight to the car because everything you've seen me install in just this bit is complete metal. So it's going to be heavy. There we go. That's in place just like that. That's how that's looking underneath. And just give you an idea of size, look, it's really heavy. Okay, I want to take the one we just created in the last stage. This time this is going to go on this point just at the front here. and again held in with those DS01 screws, and then put that to one side, and then finally, as I said, putting all these together in stage 97, you've pretty much guessed it, we've got the last hydro fin to put into place. So put the fin in, attach one of these flange screws here. It's just going to go here, held in with those DS01 screws. So there you go, that is all of that in place. We can just save that now for later on. So in stage 98, we're going to be starting the dispenser for the Limpet mines. Now, I've had a quick look at this. This looks very similar to the way the ones operated on the DB5. Some fiddly parts in here. But the first thing I want to do, once again, is I've got this little clip thing that we had at the front with the lights and stuff. I want it this way up, and I'm going to be pushing that into there just like that. Now, let's clear everything off, because things are about to get serious. Got my real fluffy mat down here. I'm going to bring the car over and turn it upside down. I'm aware, before I do that, I don't want these rockets falling out, so I'm just going to put some tape over them. And I'm also just going to put some on the sides here to stop this opening as well. Perfect. Right, let's turn that upside down. Right, I've zoomed out some cameras so we can actually look at everything that we've got on the underside here. Now, the hole that I've got in this is going to go this way round into that lug just at the bottom there. So I'm going to get this in just like that. It's held in with a DS02 screw. And you can see why now, in the last pack, why we had to move these wires over to this side. That there is your reason. Perfect. So that's into place just there. Now, on the close-up camera, I want to take this spring and this section here, and I'm going to be putting this way round over the ends. So spread it out. It's going to look just like that there. Now I'm just going to move the car a second and bring over this base, because I'm going to be putting that into this area just here, this way round. So that is how that's going to look. And just by pushing that down, it puts that spring under tension there. So I want to hold that into place with this clamp, making sure it's that way round, so that the arch section's going over those tabs there and there. And once again, I'm holding that in with DS02 screws. Now what that means is that this, as you can see, is now spring loaded. Put that to one side and bring the car back over, and we're about to put the bottom tray into this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm checking around to make sure I've got no wires pinched over the contact points where I'm going to be securing this. It's looking good. We're looking good. Now I'm hoping this is going to be nice and easy. I always get worried at these bits, I have to say. So having it that way, the curved side here is the front. That's the back. Going to put this over the top. And that looks good. That's gone in really good. That looks good. I'm happy. Okay. Okay, we're going to screw this down. So we've got 3 screw holes here. 1, 2, 3. They're going to be PSO2 screws. And the one at either end here are DS01 screws. I think I'm going to put the N ones in first. And I'm going to treat this like I'm doing the top of an engine. So if I put this one in over here first, that's tight. Then I'm going to do the one in the far corner now over here. Then the one just to the left of it. Then I've got the PSO2 screws, and they're going to do every other one. So as you can see, that's all in now. There's the Limpet mine hatch, and to open it, you just like push it up like that. To close it, you just push it down. Now I've got some mines to put in here, so let's put them in. I'm going to keep this closed because you know I'm going to lose them. And there we go, that goes in just there. Now this is the battery cover here. This just goes on the top of the lugs here and there, just like that. And it's held in with DS01 screws. Now, before I do that, it's probably worth putting in some batteries. Now, it looks like it takes AAA. I do have them here. So 1, 2, it's going to take 3 AAAs. And 3. Then I can keep this battery cover on now. And just put 3 DSO1 screws in to keep this into place. Perfect. And that is all there is to do in that stage. And you can see how iconic that's looking now. I'm just going to keep this to one side. Okay, in stage 99, I'm going to start making a stand, which are these 2 parts just here and some screws. Just put that to one side and bring the car back over. And I want the front stand with these 2 narrower holes going over these points here, and the back stand going over these points just here. And they're held in with PS05 screws. Or what I should say is the front ones are held in with PS05 screws. Just get these in. But the back ones are held in with DS02 screws. And then that means I'm going to be able to stand the car up without the mat. As you can see. That's looking good. That's all there is to do in that stage. So the very last stage of this pack and this build is the remote control here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the membrane here that's got all the buttons on it, just push that into here. There you go. That took some manoeuvring. Plug in the plug here into the circuit board and then put that circuit board into place. And it actually just goes on this way. So what I want to do is kind of rotate this wire around here. There we go. So then that can fit perfectly into the points just there. It's going to be held in with 2 PSO2 screws. So 1 at the back and 1 just down the bottom there. That's good. Check the buttons operate. That's good. Put the top over. Once again, that's going to be held in with a PSO2 screw. Make sure that's flush all the way around. So that's now how that looks. We want to put some AAA batteries in here. So 1 there, 1 there, and then just put the battery cover over the top. So that is the remote done. Bring the car over. And I'm going to take all of these masking tape off now. And then I've got a couple of things to put in. The periscope here going on top. Remove the protective film from this mirror and just put that at the front with the mirror part facing outwards. So you're supposed to look up here and it will be able to see forwards, because obviously with this down here you can't see the front of the car. And that is the car completed. So I'm going to check the electrics. Okay, I think I'm going to show you everything working on my mobile phone, and then we're going to do beauty shots for this, but it looks really good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the headlights up first. So you just push down on these. I'll just show you the rocket things working as well. I'm going to keep them up because when I turn it on, then you're going to be able to see the lights. The other thing is I've put the stand on the other way round, because when I've got it in the retro room, I want it facing so the headlights are up. Looking good. Okay, right, the switch is on the other side. And I've just opened the door here. Let's turn that switch on. Okay, so first thing to press is lights. And there we go. We have lights. Excellent. Off, on. Okay, we've got indicators. 1 there. And hazard lights. While we're at the back, let's check the propellers. Excellent. Okay, so just check the dashboard as well. On, off, on, off. Perfect. Everything works. And obviously the bonnet works as well. I love this build. This is one of my favourite builds for my Agora models, I have to say. But then I love the Lotus Esprit and I love James Bond. Let's see some beauty shots. there you go. That's another build completed. So I really do hope you like that. Now, I have put a link in the video description if you want to get this for yourself, and there's that QR code on the screen. But I really hope you like that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Take care.